Hello everyone, welcome everyone to the Maryland Meditation Center. We are an online community, a mindful community for everyone who are looking for space to sit back, relax and meditate together. Again, welcome everyone to our channel. Whether you are new or regular participants, you are at the right place and at the right timing. We are going to spend the first half of the session, about 25 minutes, for the wisdom talk. I will share with you some of the Buddhist wisdom about the tip and technique that how to help you to improve your meditation practice and how to live good life. And the rest of the session, about 30 minutes, will be dedicated for meditation practice together. So we will be here every Saturday and Sunday in the evening like this, 7 to 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are, feel free to join us on Saturday evening and Sunday evenings, 7 to 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. And the Sunday session, it's a little bit different. We will sit a little bit longer, about 45 to 50 minutes, and another first 10 minutes for greeting and sharing something before we sit and meditate. And that's the only difference. So if you're looking for a longer session, feel free to join us tomorrow as well. And today is the 25th of the June 2022 already. Wow, it has been 6 months on the journey. We started this program on the 1st of January, and now we have come to the 6 months, which is June already. That means we have come to half of the year of 2022. The time is flying very quickly, and that means we have 6 months to go until we finish the 2022 journey. So if you have been meditating with me in the past 6 months, I hope that you notice some change inside your mind. It's internal change. If you reflect on that, whether you sit for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months together, the quality of your mind should be developed, should be changing in the positive way. You should have more peace of mind, be able to find peace of mind during the day, have more understanding, more loving kindness, more generosity in your mind. And that's the indicator telling you that you are on the right path of the mind development. Because meditation is not just for relaxation. Deep down, it helps to improve the quality of your mind, the way you see things, the way you understand things, the way you deal with toxic people around you, the way we deal with anger, agitated mind, something that's happening to you, whether positive or negative. You somehow be mindful of whatever in front of you. And when your mindfulness is strong, it helps you to make much better decisions, whatever it is. And that's the beauty of meditation practice. It's a journey. It's not a one-time practice. Even though we only sit together here twice a week, Saturday and Sunday, it doesn't mean that during the weekday you should not meditate. Okay, you should meditate on a daily basis, even 5-10 minutes a day. But do it every day is much better than just don't do it during the weekday and just sit here 30 minutes with me on the weekend and hope to find peace of mind. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it should be a habit that everyone should cultivate on the daily basis. So meditation is very important. I like to say it's early morning here in Thailand. Okay, wherever you are. Okay, if you're in the US, it should be in the evening, and if you are in Asia, again, it should be early morning in Asia as well. So hello Troy, we have Macy and Peter from Singapore. Hope you guys doing okay over there. Have Ellen, Oyang. Okay, welcome back Oyang. Jeladine. Okay, welcome. Leah, Lisa, Steve, Rochelle, Becky, Melanie, and Bindo. Okay, all right, welcome everyone. So wherever you are, you should feel grateful for this opportunity, the time that you give back to yourself. Okay, for one thing, that we are grateful that at least today we still alive. You can join this session, number one, because you are still alive, right? And second thing, you still have motivation. Deep down your mind, you want to find inner peace, want to find peace of mind, and that's why you make an effort to get online and join this Zoom meeting. Whether you join us with the Zoom meeting here or through the Facebook Live, there must be a reason why you sacrifice your time for 1 hour every Saturday evening like this to join this Zoom meeting, for meditate together, to learn something from each other. And that's something you should feel grateful for. Last week, we did talk about what gives rise to the 5 hindrances, because these 5 hindrances are the obstacle that hinder, that preventing us from go deeper into our meditation practice. As a meditator, we should understand these 5 hindrances and how it works, right? And then we learn how further than that, at what gives rise to these 5 hindrances. Again, 5 hindrances composed of sense pressure, ill will, sleepiness, okay, worriness, and doubt of your own practice. These are the 5 things that everyone should be aware and should be prepared when they are start taking control your mind when you close your eye and meditate. So it's called 5 hindrances. It's a technical term, and there are a lot of reasons why 5 hindrances pop up in our mind when we meditate. And one thing we mentioned last week about the reason why 5 hindrances keep on happening, even though we have been meditating for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year by now, these 5 things still keep happening. You may feel like I have done my best, fix here and there, I am relaxed, I stay focused, but again these things still keep happening. So in Buddhist meditation, the Buddha suggests us to look deeper in the way we live our life. Meditation, even though it's about mind development, okay, just close our eye and try our best to keep the mind inside and have the mind stay still. Body and mind, they are interrelated. If we look deeper into our daily behavior, what we have been doing during the day, during the week, during the past month, the past few months, the habit that we living life, okay, the way we live life, it affects meditation practice. It affects the quality of the mind. If we still going out there and keep on breaking precept, okay, harming others, telling a lie, stealing stuff, sexual misconduct, intoxicate yourself. So these are the habits that go against the mind development. When you come to meditate, it gives us worry, unwholesome bodily action, unwholesome verbally action, and unwholesome thinking. So these are the 3 things that give rise to the 5 hindrances. We call the 3 wrong misconducts. Human being, we commit the action or the karma 3 ways: through physical action, through verbally action, and through the way we think or thinking. So if we do something unwholesome in these 3 areas, okay, thinking, speaking, and action, again, it will bring back the 5 hindrances into our mind when we meditate. And if you don't aware of this, okay, you live life as you do, okay, unmindfully do things whatever you want to do, hurt people's feelings, say something to someone badly, or do something to someone, okay, not nice. And this, at the end of the day, when you come back and meditate, it affects the quality of your mind, and then your mind cannot be still because it gets worried of the thing that it feel guilty with. Okay, when we say something bad to someone, when we think of it, we feel bad. When we do something bad to someone, it come back to us when the mind being still. So that picture or that behavior come back in our meditation, and it give rise to these 5 hindrances. So the mind cannot be still. So this is one thing that you should reflect on it. Okay, so today we're gonna look for another thing that may help us to meditate better, help the mind to be calm and come back to the body much better and much longer. The Buddha mentioned something about the 5 daily reflections. He suggests Buddhist monks and lay people to reflect on these 5 nature of life, and I found it very helpful. At the end of the evening chanting in my temple, when the monk do the chanting, we must chant this particular chanting every single day. It's not only help to calm the mind down, it helps us to actually reflect on the true nature of life. When we understand the true nature of life, whatever happening to us, we somehow be able to lessen that suffering, lessen that clinging to human, to animal, to object. And with the mind have less clinging, less attached, where the mind go, the mind come back to the body and stay still. And that helps us to meditate much better. So today let's take a look to these 5 things before we meditate. The first thing the Buddha suggests us as a human being, no matter who we are, no matter what we believe, we are subjects to these 5 things together. The first one is called aging or old age. We are subject to old age. We are not exempt from old age. No one can run away from old age, right? There are 2 kinds of aging. The first one is called noticeable aging, and the second one is called unnoticeable aging. For unnoticeable aging, at the moment, as you know, we are here, we don't see that we're getting old, right? We still think that we look handsome, we look beautiful, but in fact, in the body itself, okay, according to the scientific knowledge, we know that 300 million cells die every 1 minute. So as we breathe here, a lot of cells in the body die, it gets replaced. So the skin, the nail, the teeth, the hair that we have at the moment is not the same one the same set as we have last month or last year. So it changed all the time. So unnoticeable aging is always with us the moment that we were born. Basically, we get old the moment that we born from our mother wombs. The cell start to reproduce itself, the cell die, and the cell get replaced the moment we born. And the noticeable aging, of course, we have to wait 5 years, 10 years until we notice that, oh, the hair turned to be from dark to white to gray. You see the wrinkle on your face, on your skin. You see that you notice that your body had changed, and this is called noticeable aging. In fact, we get old at the moment that we born. And this is the nature of life that we should reflect upon it, so we don't cling too much on this body. And the second thing is called illness. We are subject to illness, and we not exempt from illness. Illness is the disease, and again, as the moment that we born, the body has a disease. It has virus, it has bacteria, it has fungus inside the body. But as long as our immune system still working properly, so we don't feel like we're getting ill or we're getting sick, right? But in fact, we have disease in the body, and we don't know when we're gonna get ill. We don't know when we're gonna get sick. We don't know when we're gonna get have accidents in life. But anything can happen. All of these physical organ inside the body, each one of them can stop function at any moment. We just don't know. Okay, heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes. So these days people have too much stress. We have mental stress on a daily basis in a certain level. If you are a business owner, you are a father, you are students, whoever we are, we run into a certain level of stress, and stress considered an illness as well. And the Buddha mentioned long time that it is possible to find a man who proclaimed that he have been living 60 years, 70 years, 100 years without having any physical illness. It is possible if you maintain good health, eat good food, exercise, but it's very rare to find someone who can proclaim that, you know what, for even 1 second in my life, I don't have any mental illness or I don't have stress at all. So think about that. So we are not exempt from illness, okay? Whether physical illness or mental illness, they're always there. And the third one is called death. We are subject to death, and none of us can run away or escape from death. And we know our birthday. The thing is, we don't know the last day, and death is always with us. It's all around. The Buddha teach monks to reflect on death. Maybe I can separate topic and share with you guys later on, but today just stick with this 5 reflection. Death is one thing that the Buddha suggests us to reflect on that. We don't know how long can we live. Human being may be able to live more than 100 years, if possible. The longest living beings, sometimes 120 years. This record, if you look at the data, it's possible for someone to live this long. In Thailand, there were many people that have been living more than 100 years, and then they die after that. But the thing is, we don't know when, and death is coming for sure. It's coming for sure. We just don't know when, whether we like it or not. These 3 things coming to us for sure. I just came back from my aunt's funeral last week. I have to go back home and help them with that because my aunt just passed away. She was 71 years old. She very healthy, very active person, and she sacrificed most of her time to help others in the village. Help all the villagers, help the monks, whatever they need, she always there and help them. And she found the school for the senior citizens. So these people after 60 years old, no one take care of them. So she founded university in my hometown where the senior people can come and learn something. And that's the very nice of her that dedicate her life for the senior people and for everyone in the village. And people love her. And no one would think that she would pass away in this, at the time that everything is looking good, all the project is running very well. She looks healthy, she looks happy. And all of a sudden, she diagnosed that she got the 4-stage cancer. She has to admit to the hospital. She has been disconnected herself for 1 full month, and she just passed last week. Everyone was very sad, including myself. So I went back home, helped them with the funeral, and now I'm back to my place. But the thing is, no matter how much we love what we love to do, no matter how much people we love, the possession we have, the thing that we are doing at the moment. Okay, when death comes, we have to leave everything behind, and there is no negotiate. We cannot negotiate with death, and that's one thing we should keep in mind. And the number 4 daily reflection that we should reflect is, separation has to be, it will occur. Separate from the thing we love, people we love, the job we love, the thing that we love to do, human, animal, object. When death comes, we have to separate. Even though, we still alive, but from time to time, we still facing this fact, right? This true nature that we have to separate. Separate from friends, separate from possession, separate from economics, the possession that we have, from lost money, lost friendship, lost relationship. So separation happening in life from time to time. No matter how much you cling on that thing that you don't want to separate. When you are in relationship, you want to have that relationship last for a very long time. But can we do that? In fact, we don't have any control of anything at all outside, in the outside world. Control human, control animal, control object. But human being, we have a distorted view. The thing that we see, the thing that we hear, the thing that we smell, the thing that we taste, we touch, we feel like we have ability to control that happiness, that relationship, that possession, and we can sustain that happiness as long as we want to. Okay, this is something called a distorted view or understanding about life. And when that happens, we are suffering because we don't want it to be happening. That's why we should reflect on this on the daily basis. And what is number 5 then? We talk about old age, getting old, getting ill, die, and separation. These are the 4 things that we cannot avoid. It will happening. And the last one is called, we are subject to the law of nature, which is the law of karma, the law of cause and action. Basically, when we do something good, we receive good. When we do something bad, we receive bad. When do we receive the result? In fact, we receive it right away. Right away. You don't have to wait until next life. You don't have to wait until next year. What I am referring to here is the result happening right there when you finish that action, or even before you do that action. The quality of your mind get changed. It get effect. For example, if you plan to say something good to someone, oh, today, my friend got promoted. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna say something nice. I'm gonna and cheer him up and move on with his work. So you go there and you say something nice to your friends, sincerely though, not pretend. You sincerely congratulate someone's success. And when you do that, both of you yourself and your friends get a peace of mind, happy. Your mind is happy right then. Okay, when you think and when you say things nice to your friends, you feel happy, and that's the result, and that's the reward of you doing good thing, right? But if you have a jealousy mind, okay, you may pretend that you are happy with his success. You say something nice, but deep down you know that you don't mean it. You have jealousy mind. You feel jealous. You think, oh, it should be me. It shouldn't be you. I should get promoted. But you say something nice anyway. You pretend that you are happy for him. So are you happy? I don't think so. Is he happy? Maybe, because he hear only the nice words from you, he feel happy, right? But you yourself, you don't mean it the way you say it, but I'm not happy with your promotion at all. It should be me, it shouldn't be you. So that quality of mind is the result of you thinking bad and say something to your friends. You don't say it, you don't do it sincerely. You see, you get the result right away. And this is the law of nature. You do good, you get good right away. You do bad, you get bad right away, right then. If a man stealing someone's stuff and no one see it, the police doesn't know it, so he can continue his life where no one know that he stole something. The person who lost that item feels sad, unhappy because he lost his possession, lost money, lost wallet, whatever that gets stolen. But as a man who stole that stuff, even though no one know for the rest of his life, the quality of his mind, get tarnished right then, at the moment that he stealing the stuff. And for the rest of his life, he gonna have guilt. Every time he reflect on his own behavior, he will have guilt in his mind, and it keep hunting him for the rest of his life. So unhappiness mind, agitated mind will always within his mind for a very long time. You see, even though no one see it, bad action is always considered bad. And how do we know it's bad? because when we think of it, we feel guilty, we feel unhappy, we feel that we shouldn't be doing that, and this is called bad action. And whatever considered good is something that we did, even though it's a little thing, but every time you reflect on it, you think on it, you think about it, it brings you peace of mind, it can bring you joy, you can smile of your own action, and this considered a good thing. So to keep it simple, okay, so these are the 5 things that we should reflect on this. Again, we are subject to old age, we get old. We subject to illness, we get ill. We subject to death, eventually death will come. And we subject to separate from the thing that we love, people that we love. And the last one, we subject to this law of nature, the law of action. Do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. Okay, so what have we learned from these 5 reflections? We are a meditator. We want to have good meditation. Sometimes there's too many thoughts happening in our head, good and bad things happening during the day. A lot of things we cannot control. If you spend 1 minute before you sit, you reflect on what happened, and you reflect on these 5, reflection that we just learned. These are the nature of life that everyone is facing in a certain level. So if today someone says something bad to you, if today life doesn't go well as you expect to be, the business, the relationship, the situation in the whole world, again, reflect on this. It's the nature of life. Okay, especially the last one. If someone do something bad to you, it's their karma. They will get the bad result. Their mind is unhappy. But the action that you return to them will be your karma. If you remain calm, you don't return the bad word, your mind remain peace, then you can have a peace of mind. You can have a good meditation. But if you're not mindful enough, you return the bad word, you return the bad action to them. Now it's become your karma. When you come back and sit and meditate, these 5 hindrances will popping up in your mind, and it keeps your mind worry, and if you feel guilty of the action that you did, and that is why the mind cannot be still. So the goal of meditation, we can look at one way, which is to bring the mind back and have the mind stay still as long as possible, whether 10 minutes, 15 minutes or 30 minutes. As long as you sit, we want to make sure that the mind stay inside the body and the mind can stay still. The peace and calm of peace, the mind can remain in peace and calm during the session. That's the idea. And the reason that the mind cannot stay still, stay calm and stay relaxed for the rest of session, okay, simply because the mind clinging on something. The mind cannot let go of the wrongdoing that we did, okay, the action that we did, that we feel bad about it. So it gives rise to these 5 hindrances to come and worry your mind. So if we understand this, it helps you to practice meditation in a much deeper level, to be mindful of everything you do, to be mindful of every action that you're about to do, whether thinking, whether saying something to someone, or whether doing something to someone. You be mindful on those actions. It helps you to not only develop the mindfulness on your daily basis, it helps develop the quality of your mind in the long run. You can be a peaceful person in whatever situation that you are facing. And at the end of the day, when you come back to the question, surely enough that your mind can learn how to let go those, whatever happened, because you cannot control whatever happened in the outside world, right? And if we understand that, this is called right will. And with right will, it helps us to lessen our clinging, our attachment to human, to animal, to object that we have in our life. And when the mind let go, the mind come back and stay still. Okay, so I think these 5 things, they are very simple. At the same time, they are very powerful. We should reflect on this on the daily basis, regular basis. The often is the better. Just take a deep breath, give yourself 1 minute to understand this, and perhaps it helps your mind to let go. Okay, so if anything goes wrong today, it's okay. It's the nature of life. Okay, everyone's, whether good people or bad people in our life, everyone's subject to the same condition. They also getting old. The person who says something bad to you, they also getting ill. They also have to die one day, and they also have to separate from the thing that they love to do. They also subject to the karma, the law of nature. So whatever they do become their karma. Okay, we have choice. The good thing is we have choice of this last reflection. The first 4, we cannot do anything about it. Getting old, getting ill, die and separation, we cannot do anything about this at all. But the last one, at least we can do something about it. We can take control of our behavior. We can take control of the way we think towards something that we see, we hear, we smell, we taste, we touch. And with that reflection, it helps us to stay in the peace and calm mind, to be more understanding of things that happening, and to make sure that we only do good thing. And when we do good thing, okay, verbally and or physically, when we think of that action, that the thing that we do, okay, again, we can smile, we can be happy, because we don't break precept. We understand that people also subject to the same thing, and we can let go easily. And when the mind let go, where the mind goes, the mind come back to the body and stay still. Okay, whether you want to sit 15 minutes, 1 hour, doesn't matter. When the mind let go, the mind will come back. Okay, so, and I think that this information should be helpful for everyone who love to master your meditation practice. So please go back and reflect on it. All right, so I think it's time for us to come back to the question and meditate together for the next 30 minutes. Okay, so wherever you are, again, get yourself settled. Give yourself a couple minutes, okay, to make sure that your surrounding is okay for meditation. Whether you plan to sit on the floor or sitting on the chair, okay, adjust your sitting area, bring all next accessory that you need, okay, the pillow, the blanket, anything at all that help you to sit more relaxed during the session. Okay, so let's take a few good deep breaths. Hope everyone have good session today. Find some inner peace during your meditation. We actually set about 30 minutes at least. Okay. For some of you who feel like the time goes by quickly, you feel at ease, you feel content. These are the good indicator that you practice correctly, whatever technique you use. And if you're looking for a longer session, again, feel free to join us tomorrow. Okay, we'll be sitting about 45 to 50 minutes at least. And if you feel like your mind is still on and off, wandering and stop and wandering, go out and come back, again, it's still considered a good thing because when your mind attention move from your meditation object, and this is called mindfulness. If you don't mindful, you will get lost in thought. You don't know where your mind is. In that 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you get lost. The mind stay outside, and if you don't know where your mind is, you cannot bring it back. But because you know that your mind is outside, your mind is go after something, so you know that, and then you slowly welcome the mind back. It doesn't matter how many times the mind go out, as long as you know, and as long as you can bring it back. This is called active meditation. It's a good meditation. So work on it. Don't get bored, don't get agitated. The more you train your mind like this, the more your mind will come back more often. It becomes an obedient mind. And with this obedient mind, eventually you are able to fully control your mind. Okay, every time the mind go out, you know it, you bring it back. And when you bring it back, it tends to stay still much longer. And again, the mind can be trained like this. And to me, this is a good news. Okay, if we train the mind like this, one day the mind can stay inside the body as long as we want it to. Okay, for 10 minutes, 30 minutes. So if you are at peace and happy, you not only bring peace to your own life, but you bring peace and happiness to people around you. People in your family, people at work, people at school, people at your business. They can feel that you are happy. They can feel that you are relaxed. And with that feeling, people want to talk to you. They want to stay near you because they know that they are happy, right? But if you have an angry mind, agitated mind, people tend to stay away from you, and that is not a good sign. That means your quality of your mind is not in good shape. So that energy, negative energy, will push people away from you and out from your life. So as a meditator, we should develop the quality of the mind more often and nurture that feeling of being mindful person, being a peaceful person. Learn how to understand the true nature of things. Once you understand, it helps you to be able to accept and let go of a lot of things that we cannot control. But the reason that we still trying to control, we think that we can control because we have a misperception of the thing that we see, we hear, we feel, we taste, we touch. And meditation helps us to regain the clarity of the mind. With that clarity of the mind, we can see things the way they are, and then again we can let go. And with that let go, the mind can be at peace. Okay. To see if we have any question today. From Bindu. Bodily discomfort makes narrowing mind. Bodily discomfort have a direct impact to the quality of the mind, whatever we call it. Narrowing mind, agitated mind, unhappy mind. The mind doesn't want to stay still because body and mind, they are interconnected. They are not the same. They cannot be separated. When the body separates from the mind, again we die, right? It's just a dead body. But the reason we can still think, can still feel, can still happy, unhappy, this kind of feeling, because the mind and the body still stay together, we still alive. And of course that physical discomfort have a direct impact to the quality of your mind. I'm not sure what you mean by narrowing mind, but the mind cannot be free. The mind still cling on the body because the body is discomfort. So the mind cannot be free, it cannot feel openness. It can be narrow, it can be agitated, it can be crowded for some reason. So we must make sure that physical discomfort has to be there. Every session that you sit, especially if you plan to sit in a longer session, like 20 minutes, 1 hour, you have to make sure that you find the right cushion, find the right chair that comfort your body, that allow the body to sit in that longer session. Yes, it does affect the quality of your mind. From Rochelle, can you get the links of the picture when we meditate? It makes me so relaxed just looking at it. I'm not sure what picture you asking for. You can type again for Teddy. If any particular thing you're looking for, maybe we can help you to find that. What is up on the screen when we meditate? Oh, it has mountain in the background and waters. Say, oh, okay. All right, I can find that for you. That's good. By looking at the picture or hear the sound, some people use the soft music or looking at the nature. And this day we can easily looking at this picture on YouTube, right? We may be in the room, but we can access the feeling of the nature, and it helps us to meditate better. So whatever it is, okay, just grab it here and there to soothe your mind, to calm your mind before you sit and meditate. For Melanie, I am taking class and be around good spiritual people. That's good, Melanie. This community is for everyone, a mindful community, and I think the world need more of this community. Wherever we are, we encounter some sort of suffering, some sort of stress and tension, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. Just bringing the mind back to meditate, just bringing people back to meditation, I believe it helps fixing a lot of problem in the society right now, because everything that's happening at the moment is the manifestation of human mind. If human mind is in good condition, we will tend to see less and less conflict and problem in the society. But now it's opposite. Wherever we go, it seems like everywhere the world is become more and more crazy. There's a lot of bad things that happening, you know, on the daily basis. People kill people, people take advantage from people. You know, that's something that shouldn't be happening. Okay, and we may not know how to deal with this in the global level, but as individual level, I think a lot of things we can do. Start from cultivate peace of mind into your mind first, because when you protect your mind, automatically you protect others, and this is how it works. So just make sure you come back to the question more often, come back to meditation more often. It's not just for your own inner peace, but I believe we are making a big change for the whole world. We are bringing peace to the whole world, because peace comes from individual mind, one mind at a time. Okay. So thank you for all the questions, everyone. Okay, it seems like no more question. So if anything, you guys feel free to stop by tomorrow for the longer session, 7 to 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, and bring some friends, some people that you think that they might get benefit from this community. Feel free to stop by. Okay, so I'll see everyone again tomorrow. Okay, have a good one, everyone.